What's up, ladies and gents? This is K-Sig Kid, coming at you with another Destiny video. Today, we're looking at some House of Wolves content. We're looking at the Vanguard Dragon strikes. That's right, the Dragon strikes. If you enjoyed this video, go ahead and smack that like button and subscribe to the channel. Now, today I was actually jumping on and I was like, man, I'm going to do a little bit of Crucible, and so I did that for a little while to get some passage coins and, just to kind of prepare myself in case I do Trials of Osiris. Then I decided that I was going to go ahead and jump into the Dragon strikes. Now, whenever the Dark Below was kind of winding down and was, really lacking for content, I ran tons and tons of rock strikes. And if you recall, I ended up getting a Hawk Moon on one of those, but I probably ran hundreds of rock strikes before getting a Hawk Moon. Here on Dragon Strikes, things are a little bit different. Bungie has definitely tweaked the formula a little bit, especially the loot formula, because I've seen some pretty interesting things coming down, and honestly, I get an exotic after this. I've probably ran a total of 6 Dragon Strikes ever, since the House of Wolves came out, so that's pretty interesting. Now, obviously, you can't just say, oh man, 1 in 6, okay, I can get an exotic there. No, because RNG is still RNG. I could go 500 more Dragon Strikes and never get a legendary, never get an exotic again. You never know. But I think that there are better probabilities for this. I was watching Gathalion one time do it, and in back-to-back Dragon Strikes, he had somebody from his team end up getting exotics. So that's pretty awesome. And here we are on Taniks. Again, this strike is awesome. It's kind of funny because in the strikes that I did, most of them were Taniks or Fogoth, and those strikes are awesome. They're quick, they're fun. Those are some of my favorite strikes to do. I do enjoy doing the Dragon strikes just a lot, though some of them, like Omnigul, those are just a bit rough to want to go through because it's so long. And if you're doing Dragon strikes, you probably are doing them because you want to get to the rewards. For instance, I'm doing it not because I thought I was going to get an exotic, but because I wanted to try and get that dry rot shotgun. Because it's kind of like a poor man's Fourth Horseman. Very, very poor. But I'd still like to go ahead and try it out. Who knows, maybe I'd like to use it in the Crucible. Now, it doesn't have great range, obviously, but the Fourth Horseman doesn't have good range at all either. And that's kind of fun to use in the Crucible. I actually was using the Oversoul Edict and Fourth Horseman combination. I know, kind of weird. Really weird for me. But it was a lot of fun, and I had some success with it. So that kind of surprised me a lot. In fact, the Oversoul Edict ended up getting a spot on the Ascension list. It deserved that Etheric Light. So I'm actually looking around right here. I've got no heavy ammo, and I only had 2 to start, so that kind of stinks. I really haven't done a ton of damage to Taniks, kind of running around mobbing. I'm going to try to get in for a shotgun, but he's dead. And now that he's dead, it's just the waves of enemies that come after. I don't know what this is all about. It's kind of like a little mini game of how many dregs can you kill in, 30 seconds. That's what it feels like, at least. But we're going to go ahead and do that. You noticed that there were no rewards that popped up on the screen. I rewatched this several times just to see if I happened to miss it, because I didn't know it live whenever I was doing the strike either. I had no idea that I ended up getting an exotic. Didn't know until I got to the end screen. And I was like, wait a second. Then I had to go look over at the emblems and see who it was. So what exotic did I get? Which one did I end up getting? And a Plan C. That's right, I got a Plan C. Not the greatest thing in the whole wide world. Again, you can see my cursor still sitting there because it just wasn't registering. Then I'm like, oh, kid, look, you're the one that got the exotic. So that's awesome. An exotic reward from a Dragon Strike. Pretty cool. Pretty cool. Anyway, guys and gals, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed the video, smack that like button. Subscribe to the channel to keep updated on daily Destiny content. Check out these awesome videos. Good luck with your raids, your drops, your Dragon Strikes, and I'll see you around in Destiny. Plan C.